All right, hey guys, so I'm going to show you what you need to do in order to kind of buy the extra credit or any other things with that Colonial simulation money that we've been earning pretty much this whole quarter. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to the online banking and you're going to open up this Google Sheet. Okay, I already have it up here. And it defaults when you open it to second period. So I get a lot of people that will ask why they don't see their name or their name's not on it. Just make sure you go down to these tabs. That's how you kind of navigate through the different sheets and go to whatever your period number is. All right, so you can click on whichever one and everybody's name is there, I promise. So what the number is that you're going to want to look at is this total. Okay. All these other numbers are pretty much just, each week your paycheck. The one that you weren't really announced was the intolerable week when, they close Boston Harbor, tons of people lose their jobs. So in the simulation, a lot of you guys also lose your jobs, meaning that you're only getting like half of a week's pay. The only people that fared well were gunsmiths, because obviously we're about to be in a war, and then apothecaries, because, we need that medicine to help us through the war, and then farmers, because we've got to have food. Everybody else, your paycheck was definitely affected by all this. But either way, you've got this column that is going to have all of the money that you've earned, and then the red column are the taxes we've taken out. So we did have intolerable taxes where more taxes were taken out for ed puzzles and, like actual assignments. And then we also got the tax fee, which means that it was a late fee. You had late work or work that wasn't done on time, and you lost during the Townsend late fees. You lost £1 for each late assignment, and during the intolerable ones, you lost 2, right? We're sticking it to the colonists. All right, so either way, what you are mostly concerned with is this total. That is the amount of pounds that you'll have to spend when you get to the store. So that was in your check here for your daily agenda. Each class has a number 81 now, Colonial Store. When you click on it, you've got 2 attachments. The things that you'll buy, I'm going to quickly explain what each of these. So this is an overview. Some of these are, 4 grades. Some of these are, non-grade, because some of you guys don't really need any extra credit. But this is kind of the rundown of each of them. So you've got the first one, drop your lowest grade pass. That's something that you have done. It's graded in progress book, but you bombed it. You got like a 50% or less on it, and it's bringing your average down. So you can buy this pass, and I will drop the lowest grade that you have in progress book. That's kind of, bringing your average down. Okay, so that's something you've turned in, you just didn't do well on. That's what a lowest grade pass is. Another thing that you see on this is each position is going to pay different amounts for each of these things. That's to kind of make it fair, because governors have like 100 pounds where apothecaries have like 31. So I tried as much as I could to, and it's pretty darn close, within a couple pounds, that everybody pays roughly the same amount for each of these, items, we'll call them. So you see apothecaries will pay 50% of whatever the base cost is. The base cost is what Patriot and Neutralist blacksmiths are going to pay. So you'll see they pay full price. So for this drop your lowest grade, blacksmiths would pay 20, and then apothecaries would pay 10. And then it varies on percentage off, depending on kind of what you ended up with before taxes and all that. Now, governors, ironically, you didn't have to pay taxes through the whole simulation. Now you pay a 25% tax on whatever the base cost is. So your lowest grade pass is actually going to cost you 25 pounds rather than the 20 that the base cost is. All right, so that's drop your lowest grade. Then we've got drop or exclude a missing assignment. So this is something that you just flat out didn't do. It's missing in progress book. It's getting down to crunch time. You don't have time to do it. You can buy one of these passes, and that will be completely excluded from your average as if that assignment never existed. Okay, the only difference between this one and this one is just that this is something you've never turned in. This is just something that you did poorly on. Okay. And you'll see you'll be able to buy up to 2 of each of those. Great, if you have enough money. The next 3 are just various amounts of extra credit. So I've got, if you want 40 points of extra credit as a blacksmith, that's going to cost you about 50 pounds. Apothecary, 25. And this would just be added to your total average here at the end of the quarter. Needed to change that. All right. These are the non kind of academic options you have to buy. Usually if we were in class, I have it set up, it's like almost like a Chuck E. Cheese store where you pick, candy, or I've got like school supplies and other little goods and snacks. But I had to get creative because I don't have any of those things. So for those of you that don't need extra credit, here's some options for you. You can skip a virtual social studies classes, only for social studies. You can't use this in Miss Burgess' class and say, hey, I'm using my skip pass today. Not how it works. So you will tell me the day before you're going to use this pass, or the morning before you're going to use this pass, and you don't have to show up to class that day. And you have a week to make up the assignment, whatever the assignment was that we were doing that day. Okay. So this is just a way of hey, I just need a break and I'm going to, skip social studies today. And this is, no consequence. You'll still be able to get that work in and everything. All right. The next option you have is going to be pause Miss Lily for a day. And that's pretty much just pausing my class and getting to choose kind of, what you want to do that day, except the whole class gets to do it. So you just got to let me know the day before that you're wanting to use this. And you get to pick whether we're going to play a Gim Kit or a Kahoot that day. The topic that we do it doesn't have to be over social studies unless you want it to be, but it can be over any topic that you want. And we can do any game mode that you would like as well. So basically you are pausing what I had planned. We get to kind of have a relaxing, enjoyable day doing what you would like to do. And then we'll get back at it the following day. All right. So that's a pause Miss Lily for a day. That one is definitely a pricey option. And then the last one, you can pick an embarrassing TikTok for me, or if you're in 4th or 6th period, me and Miss P, or me or Miss P, we'll do an embarrassing TikTok, and we have to post it as long as it's appropriate. It can be a dance, prank, voiceover, whatever you want, whatever idea you can come up with, except it has to be something that I won't lose my job over. So it has to be appropriate. So if a parent were to see it, they wouldn't be like, I is Miss Lily dancing to that song. That song is inappropriate. And then I become blasted on Facebook. Don't want that. So pick something that's appropriate, but those are the only limits. Okay. I will embarrass myself. I have proven that to you guys multiple times. So those are the options. And then this is how you're going to tell me what you actually want. So you go to the simulation store. When you click on that, you are going to see this spreadsheet. And it's going to default to the Patriot/Neutralist blacksmiths. If that's not your job, you are not going to be working on this sheet. So the very first thing you need to do is go down here at the bottom where you can see the different sheets, or they kind of look like tabs too. You're going to find whatever your job is. Okay, so let's say that I am a gunsmith. I see that gunsmiths are right here. I'm going to click on that sheet. I see my name up here. So this is filled with formulas, and it is unique to your job and how much things cost for you. So you don't have to do really any of the addition yourself. All you have to do is in this box, you're going to put how much money you have that was in that total dark blue box on the Colonial Pay online banking. Okay, let's say I had 54 pounds. So you're going to put 54 in this box. Then you're going to be looking at these prices. So maybe I know I don't really need 40 extra credit points right now, but maybe I want to do 20 points, and I'll do another 20 points, but I'm going to save some of that for next quarter. So you can click over here if you want to buy some kind of insurance. Maybe you don't need it this quarter, but you might need it later in the year. You can click this box. I won't put it in on this quarter, and you can save it for, another quarter. But if you want me to put it in progress book for second quarter, then don't check any of these boxes. All right. So this box is still green, meaning I'm still good and I still have money left over. So then I can go choose something else I'd like. Maybe I want to drop my lowest grade. And you see here, I'm within 1 point. I'm still green, so I'm good. If I hit something else, you're going to see I go over budget and it's going to turn red. So if that's red, that's bad. So you just take that off. So now I'm back in the green. If you read this note here, it says that I will round up. I'll probably give you like 1 or 2 extra credit points to kind of make up for the difference there, since there's nothing that only costs £1 for you. Okay. So once you feel like this looks good, then you can just go back out to the assignment. You'll click turn in the normal spot. I don't have it here, but you have a turn in area right here. You turn that in and I can just go right into that sheet, see what you're wanting to purchase, put it down in my records, and it'll go into progress book. All right. So hopefully that helps. Again, some of the biggest mistakes people make is they do the work on the blacksmith page, which is not good, because if you're an apothecary, you only have 31 pounds and you can basically not afford like much of this at all. Okay. So make sure you are on your correct job and correct affiliation. So like if you're a loyalist wig maker, you're on this one. But if you're a patriot wig maker, you're going to be on this one. Okay. So make sure that you do it on the right page. That is beneficial to you. You don't have to do a lot of math. Just check what you want. If you want to leave me a note about how you want the points dispersed, you could leave it on the sheet as well. All right. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys have a wonderful break. I will see you next year.